Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kibbles and Bits. Damn it, did I say that? Welcome to Kiki and Kibbles. I develop a tick every now and then, and I don't know. It's me, Mary, and I'm here again with 90 Day Oy Vey. Happily Ever After is returning on July 6th, and I already do not give a F about this cast. And Rose is going at it with her haters. So, first off, thank you everyone who sat through my live that I just finished with Kelly. We just did a Hump for Love recap for episode 2. If you didn't have a chance to check it out, once I'm done doing this live, please do. Lots of tea going on in the comments, if you know what I mean. Some singles have things to say. So if you want some off-screen tea, check out my recap with Kelly, Hunt for Love episode 2. Hi Menopausal Queen, hi Rosanna, hi Isabella, hi Silly Shally. Thank you for joining me again. Um, Hi Maureen. So let's get into this. Kelly and I talked a little bit about this, but Happily Ever After is starting again on July 6th. Hi Nathan, hi Natalie. And I want to know what you guys think of this cast. Okay. So, first of all, we knew they were coming back. Gino, Jasmine, Matt, Gino's new love interest, Natalie. We've seen them filming. I've dropped tea about it. Ugh, I don't know how many times. That's no surprise. I don't give a shit about that. Didn't we just see Brandon and Julia? Like, seriously, okay? We didn't even get a fucking year break from them. We know how their relationship is going. Not good. Adnan and Tiger Silly. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I don't think you guys do. The only couple I'm remotely interested in, and that is just for the drama, Cara and Guillermo, since we all know they have broken up. Uh, Neither one of them are wearing their wedding rings. They are not on each other's social media anymore. So I would assume, let me not assume, because we all know what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you and me. But anyway, um, Cara and Guillermo, I assume that we are going to see their breakup during the season of Happily Ever After. So that is the only couple I'm remotely interested in. Then we have Yara and Jovi. No offense, boring unless Mila will be having a big role in their storyline. Mila is adorable, but she's only 3. She can't carry the whole storyline. So boring. Andre and Libby, boring. Who gives a fuck? Alex and Lauren. Oh, gosh. Yes, misleading title. It should be Unhappily Ever After. We don't give a fuck. Okay. So we have Lauren and Alex again. What is their storyline going to be? Weren't they just on Happily Ever After? She's gonna have another surgery. Is she having another kid? Um, like what could possibly be their storyline? I don't know, and honestly, I don't give a shit. And finally, we have Darcy and Georgie. Yeah, where's my blunt? Oh yeah, they were never moving to Moldova. That was total bullshit. 90-day diary. We need to collect the TLC check. Diaries want us to film. We need to come up with something quick, and they came up with this bullshit about moving to Moldova. Yeah, okay. I have a couple of bridges to sell you in Brooklyn. Like, please. So I can't. I can't. Oh, Amari, thank you so much. We need to self medicate to listen to all of them. Yes. Yes, self medicate big time. No, this season is going to suck big time. And you know what's going to be even worse? All of these people, it's not like they're not social media whores right now, if you know what I mean. I mean, I see enough of these people on Instagram and TikTok, etc., but it's just going to make it worse. it's just going to make it worse. They get paid after the episodes air. So once the episodes air, yeah, then that's when they start raking in the money. So I can't. I can't, and I really don't give a shit. But Happily Ever After is starting July 7th. So I guess strap in for the crazy ride because even though we all say, oh God, oh gosh, you're not going to watch this, we all know we're going to watch it. I mean, I'm going to watch it, complaining all the way. I'll probably fall asleep in the middle of it. It'll probably take me 3 times to complete a full episode. But yeah, I'm going to watch it. So moving on to this season of 90 Day Fiance, we have 2 episodes left and then probably a 20-part tell all. Aaliyah, how could you be 2 hours late to your wedding? Oh my gosh, everybody was melting in that sun. I felt so bad for Sean's mom, broken ankle and all, sitting in that sun. So basically, Aaliyah did a question and answer session on the gram, and someone asked her, when is your birthday? September 5th. What's one thing you wish people would know about you? Time has made me very resilient. I lost a very important father figure when I was a teenager, and I'm very caring and loving. I love taking care of the people around me. Panda Express is quickly becoming her favorite American food. Um, Someone asked, what changes have you seen to your body after starting hormones? And she says, I think about having more curves, smoother skin, especially on the face, fat redistribution throughout the body, breast development, and increased sensitivity in different areas. Emotionally, everything feels much more intense and deep. What was the biggest cultural shock for you since arriving in LA? I'm so used to seeing heavily armed people on police on the streets for safety that when I come to a place they seem underarmed. It almost feels strange, but really it's just a cultural shift. True safety shouldn't come from the size of a weapon. It should come from trust in the system and in the community. She's right about that. So, Sean, they have been making fun of him on Reddit, saying that he has a canny resemblance to the Burger King. So he gave everyone on Reddit what they wanted, an AI picture of him as Burger King. So moving on, Maddie and Stevie. Like I said, there's 2 episodes left. So there's only 2 more episodes for Stevie to avoid the bisexuality question. But Maddie, is making a joke out of it. I know I probably shown this to you guys before, but I just think it's so funny how they made this their storyline, but we all know that like this is like bullshit. So, okay, so this is Matthew, and he posted this.
What is this called?
Gay.
Pay. What is this called?
Gay.
Yes. What
Oh,
is this called?
Gay.
Hey. What is this called?
They're slipping together. Gay.
Lay. What is this called?
Gay.
Bay. What is this called?
Holding hands. Gay.
Way. What is this called?
Kissing each other. Gay.
Ray. What is this called?
Gay.
Say. What is this called?
Babe. Let's do a test.
What is this called?
okay, so
Gay.
I find it amusing that he's able to make fun of this storyline that we've been dealing with all season, and we know we're not going to get a final answer to because it's just basically a storyline. But Stevie is happy that he can make fun of it. And imagine having your pictures on the front page of the local newspaper. Honestly, that would freak me the fuck out. And that is why I would never be on a reality TV show. And someone asked her, would you guys consider moving? Ever think of moving elsewhere? And she says yes, which makes me think that they actually did move or are planning on moving out of her hometown really soon. So, Someone else says, I hope the plot twist isn't too big. And she shows a meme of a chick setting her life on fire. So maybe there will be a plot twist, maybe not. I believe that they are married. I mean, he is commenting all over her post. She comments all over his post. Yeah, so that's part of the reason why 90 Day doesn't really tickle me as much as the other franchises do, because have you ever seen on the history of 90 Day where the foreigner is already in the US and they say, no, I'm not going to marry you, and they go back to their home country? If you guys could think of a couple, I know this has been on for over 10 years and I smoke a lot of pot and I don't remember all of the couples, but from what I remember watching from episode one, season one, I cannot think of a couple where the foreigner was already in the US that didn't get married and the foreigner packed their bags and went back. If you guys could think of someone, let me know. But this is why 90 Day is kind of like a spoil for me, because we know that most of the couples get married by the end of the season, except for these three, because we know that this is a bullshit storyline and this is not happening. Matt and Amani are not divorcing each other. One of them is not bringing Annie here, Annie, Brenda, Honey, whatever the fuck her name is, here on a K1 visa. This is not happening. This was just all for exposure, attention, TLC money. Hey, I mean, Brenda got a new nose out of it. So it was all for exposure. We knew that these three were not going to do what they said that they were going to do. It was like, yeah, are you guys fucking kidding me? So, someone asked, do you regret being on the show? And she says, I always tell people this life is not full of regrets, but should be called life lessons and learning opportunities. Regrets you can't do anything about. Learning opportunity you can improve from. I recently did two fuck ups, one in personal life, one in business. And I sat down and said, Amani, list everything you've done wrong and how could you have handled this differently, and what did you learn? Someone else asked, did you feel like you were missing something in your marriage, that you wanted more, that you wanted a third? And she says, yes, certain body parts. She is very open about her bisexuality. And yeah, but as we all know, they never had any intention of going through this. I mean, it's so we're not the only ones that are sick and tired of seeing the throuple couple. Sarper also had something to say. Okay, they went live, Matt and Amani, and they were talking about adult subjects in front of their two young children and using adult language. Listen, I'm not one to talk about cursing. You guys know I say fuck every 2.5 seconds. But if they were in front of their small kids, hey, listen, I'm not going to say I'm an angel and I never cursed in front of my son when he was young. But Sarper got onto them about their language, and Amani called him out in her story. And she said, Sarper, I never comment about you or say anything. Same for my husband. Stay in your lane. Whoa. Okay, so is there a little war brewing here? So speaking of Sarper and Shekinah, Shekinah is so proud of her man doing his stand-up comedy thing. Okay. And did I mention that Shekinah lasered off half her fucking face? Oh yes, she did. Okay, check this out. She literally lasered her face off. And I have no idea why. I don't fucking get it. I have to mute the music, you guys, but let me blow this up so you can see how she kind of decided to laser half her face off. And I really don't get it. Okay, this is a better clip. Why would she do something like this? Like, what is the purpose of lasering the top layer of your skin So you look like this. I guess she knows, but I don't. I don't get it. I really don't. And it looks really fucking painful. I don't know. Is it just me? Am I just too old to wrap my mind around these things? So I don't get it. Okay. So now, moving on. Get back here. Sorry, you guys. Technology. Hunt for Love. Okay. First of all, the tell all is already taping. Okay. Elise is in New York and Rob is in New York, and I'm sure a bunch of other cast members are in New York, but they just haven't posted it. So Elise and Rob posted the same day that they are in New York. The only reason why these cast members will be in New York is to film the tell all. So I guess the tell all for Hunt for Love is filming already. And speaking of Rob, he pulled some tarot cards, okay, which kind of sound like Rob, sort of. I don't know. And today's Colt's birthday. Happy birthday, Colty. And Mama Debbie wish her son a happy birthday, and he will always be her baby. And I'm going to say this until I am blue in the face. We need to see more of the singles. Okay? Lexi, she was the one that was flirting 101 with Colt. I need to see more of her. Kelly needs to see more of her. Check out my recap with Kelly if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. One thing, because they haven't properly introduced the singles, I can't get their names straight. There are way too many singles with C names. We have Cole, Chad, um, Chris. I don't even know. I'm like Colt, but we already know Colt. There's way too many C names on this show, and because Shark dropped the ball and they didn't properly introduce the singles to us, I can't keep them straight. We haven't even seen all of them. You see, there's one named Chris. We haven't seen all of them yet. We've seen like 10 seconds. We got Whiplash trying to get a look at the singles. Okay. Jay had mentioned in his stories that him and the other singles might do a recap of some sort. I would totally watch that. I totally encourage something like that. Like I said, check out my recap that I just did with Kelly. Okay. They may or may not have been dropping some tea in my comments, but you need to watch the recap to find out. One thing that is really fucked up, and they have been vocal about this on social media, they had no idea that they were being cast for a 90-day show. As a matter of fact, look at this casting picture that Tessa uploaded. So it shows the 16 singles, like all their pictures, and then where the 90-day cast member pictures should be, it says local. So they were under the impression that there was 8 locals coming. No clue that they were on a 90-day spinoff show focused on 90-day drama. Okay. Tiffany says she's really grateful for things. My question for Tiffany is, why the fuck are you charging $5,000 for a cameo? Is this a typo? Do you have a stalker? See, I was thinking about this because Liz had allegedly did this with her cameo. She raised her price really high because she had this crazy stalker guy, and he still would buy cameos at the high prices. So does she have a stalker? Is this a typo? Does she think her cameos are worth $5,000? I have lots and lots of questions about this. But as for this chick, Elise, it's only the second episode, and I'm tired of her. Okay. I get it. She's figured out the 90-day formula within the first day of filming, act like a crazy bitch to get the most screen time. But from what I understand, this is her personality on screen and off screen. And at least you got to give her that she is the same way on screen and off screen, because we know certain 90-day cast members aren't. Okay. So we have Courtney and Usman, and Tiffany and Cole all hanging out at the bar. And, Usman is a traitor. Okay. I'm just going to put it out there. When Angela was drunk raving on TikTok about me, she spit out of her mouth that Lisa and even Usman sent her my post about Michael. So I confronted him in the DM. And as you can see here, he claims that he has never, ever, ever, not even by accident, spoken to Angela. They have never have anything that they can discuss. Lisa or Angela are not the people for me to talk to. How can I talk to my enemies? They were both lying. The last time I talked to Lisa was in 2021 for our divorce. And for Angela, I have never talked to that pig, and I will not talk to her for any reason. No more old ladies in my dictionary. So I remembered a certain TikTok live last year, a couple of months after Michael ran for his life from Angela's house. He was on her TikTok with Kimberly, blowing her kisses, flirting with Angela the pig. So I sent him a little tiny clip of the TikTok because I had covered this in a video last year. And I asked him, so I guess this was an imposter Usman flirting with Angela on TikTok. And I knew he was going to say this, guys. Okay, don't get me wrong. I knew he was going to say this. He was like, "Oh, this is a live on TikTok and it was Kimberly's work. I was just trying to be nice. You guys were saying I was being mean." I don't know what the fuck that means, but I left him on red. I couldn't care less about Usman. He's a traitor. He's a snake. He thinks that he has the moves, and he doesn't. Okay? So, anyway, speaking of Michael and Angela, Michael is living his best life, as you guys know. He recently uploaded a reel to Instagram with Brittany from the other way many moons ago. She was going to hook up with Yazan, but that didn't work. Well, he, did a reel, blinded by Brittany's ass, fell in the pool. As you guys may or may not know, I did an exclusive video and post with the Michael and Angela annulment update, which included uh, juicy bits of info, such as more information about the taser incident, which I knew the basics of, but didn't have anything to back me up. And apparently, Angela, liar, liar, pants on fire, has been taking money from Michael all these years, not the other way around, as she claims. In these divorce documents, it shows that Michael sent her over $235,000 from his earnings because as long as the foreigner doesn't have any issue working in their home country, they will get paid. It's only when they come over to the States on 90 Day Fiance and they need to get their green card and their paperwork, that's when they don't get paid. But when they're working in their home country, filming in their home country, as long as they have no issues getting paid, they get paid. Michael took his money and handed it over to Angela. So now the question should be, what the fuck did she do with it? $235,000 over 5 years is a pretty big, decent chunk of money. What the fuck did she do with it? So, anyway, now speaking of last resort, okay, last resort 3 is allegedly being cast right now, and there's rumors on the street of Sarper and Shekinah, which I have a feeling their whole season of 90 Day is just a setup for Last Resort. And Johan and Danielle are going to be on Last Resort. But I could tell you that they're already casting for therapists. I got this off of Reddit. Thank you, Reddit. And basically, this is an open casting call with for therapists with unconventional and out of the box methods. Yeah, this is going to be another shit show. So now moving on to this happily ever after cast. Okay, did I mention that Jasmine kissed a girl and she liked it? No, not really. This was an AI video. Okay. Happy Pride Month. Jasmine did an AI video of her kissing a girl and liking it. But she also did, and this is from what I understand, a TikTok trend. I don't get it. I don't know, but she actually did this TikTok trend, and I was like, "What in the actual fuck?" So let me just share this with you guys.
This was supposed to be a cute mom-daughter video until I passed out.
I don't even know how it happened.
This is a trend on TikTok. Just watch until the end, you guys.
Shake it, shake it.
What in the actual fuck? Am I just old and I just don't get it? Okay. But yeah, that was cringy AF. And so was the AI video of her kissing a girl and liking it for Pride Month. One minute she is Afro Latina, next minute she's bisexual. What is she going to be next month? Happy birthday to Mama Betty. And like I mentioned, Julia and Brandon will be back on Happily Ever After. Boring as fuck. I'm telling you, I'm going to be sleeping throughout most of this fucking show, okay? Because these couples are going to put me to sleep. Adnan and Tiger Silly. Honestly, who gives a shit? Are we going to have scenes like this of him driving around singing in the car? All right, guys, I won't torture you with his singing anymore. But the answer to your question, Amadi, is yes. Yes, yes, and yes. And we want a full report, okay? So, as I said, Tiger Silly and Adnan, who gives a flying shit? I know I don't, okay? And she had a baby. She had his baby. Maybe we'll see, some of the baby. Maybe we'll see how Adnan interacts as a father and see some other side of him besides being a controlling prick. Not for nothing. Moving on, we have Yara and Jovi. Like I said, who gives a fuck? Myla is adorable. She is precious. She is sassy. I would love to see more Myla, but a 3-year-old can't hold up her parents' storyline. And Alex and Lauren, yes, their kids are adorable. Alex posts them a lot on social media. I stopped following Lauren a long time ago because I'm sorry, she's just annoying as fuck on Instagram. I only follow Alex. Honestly, what more can we squeeze out of them? Seriously, like I said, Kara and Guillermo are the only couple I'm remotely interested in because I hope we get to see the development of their breakup. We started to see it on Diaries when he told her that he was quitting his job. And she was like, "Excuse me?" So that is the only reason why I'm interested in them. But besides that, like seriously, Darcy and Georgie, who gives a flying fuck? So now, these two both posted hot girl summer videos. Okay. I'm sorry to torture you guys. I bleach warning, but I honestly want your honest opinion. Who is doing a hot summer girl better? Darcy or Stacy? And you cannot say none of the above. You have to pick one. Okay? So here we have Darcy and Stacy doing Hot Girl Summer. I have to mute the music so I don't get a copyright thingy. But first off, we're going to start off with Darcy. Okay, so Darcy doing Hot Girl Summer. Now, Stacy doing Hot Girl Summer. Okay, you guys have to let me know who you think did it better. I'll tell you who my vote is for when you're done watching Stacy here. So we have Hot Girl Summer from Stacy. So who do you think did it better, guys? Okay, Darcy or Stacy? My vote, honestly, is for Stacy. I mean, both of them look, I mean, out of this world, alien like. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to their failed hot summer video, I would say Stacy did it better. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah, Stacy is getting the majority of the votes. Yeah, so it's good to see that you guys agree with me. Okay, moving on. We have Annie, her adorable baby girl, her nephew Navin enjoying his bike, hanging out with her mom, doing all the great things. Now, moving on, we have Rose versus her haters, you guys. Okay. So now, as you guys know, she started her spicy page, what she calls her spicy page, her OnlyFans. And she claims that Big Ed subscribed, tipped her to see her hairy legs, but we all know that it's a troll, okay? Well, apparently she's dealing with a lot of trolls and a lot of bullies, and she took to the gram to call one particular bully out, who turns out to be some dude who is married to a Filipina. So I'm gonna share Rose's reel on Instagram.
Name is Jeff Sampadilla. This is biggest file of bullshit I have ever heard. You were ready and willing to join the rest of the green card grabbers and marry the disgusting white man. And you are not an icon, just someone you use American television to pull your dirt poor family out of the slums. Don't know the words, don't fucking lip sync the song. Okay. Okay, my love, my loyal fans and followers, let me introduce to my biggest hater right now. And I think he wants my attention so bad. This guy is married to Filipina, and read what he has been to telling me. Guys, I wonder why he is following me and always message me or always commenting on my post. Number one, he said that I am a green card grabber. I left Ed from 90 Day Fiancé because he did not respect me. And I am, and if I am hungry about green card, I would stay with him, guys. But did I? Okay? Meanwhile, I wonder how you got your Filipino wife. This one. You are saying that I am poor. Did you forget how you got your wife? Looking at her in TikTok account, her family in the Philippines is still poor. Look at their house, and there is nothing wrong with that. But for you, belittle how poor I was is very hypocritical of you because of your wife is also poor. I never worked in America, but I become successful. I built a new house and businesses all by myself. But it's you in America working 2 to 3 jobs. Just to
Yeah, she let him have it. She basically really let him have it. And I feel bad for her because her content was wholesome. Okay. When when her and Ed had their storyline and she wasn't on TV anymore, she was doing YouTube stuff that was really wholesome, doing TikTok stuff. And now she decided, to go to the spicy side of things. That's her choice. Okay. She's not the first 90-day former cast member to do this. So that's her choice. But I feel like she's getting unfairly picked on by her own fan base, by her own followers, her own subscribers. It's like, okay, if you don't agree with what she's doing, if you don't like her content anymore, don't follow her. Okay. So, from what I understand, she feels like her fan base is turning on her. And I could see why some of them may turn on her because they saw her as this wholesome person and now she's doing spicy stuff. But yeah, there is no need for that bullshit. Honestly, there is no need. So moving on, we have Rachel versus John. She says it's part 5. I feel like it's part 145. Okay, she released a new song. I am not saying that the song is great. I'm not saying the vocals, that's the word I'm looking for. The vocals are great. The lyrics are wacky, but the tea is in the lyrics. Okay. So as you guys may or may not know, John and Rachel from 90 Day the Other Way many, many moons ago. Okay. He is in England. She was from New Mexico. Basically, she got her long-awaited divorce finalized about a month ago, and she has been airing out her dirty laundry everywhere, including an accusation that John and Tiffany, yes, that Tiffany from Hunt for Love, we're watching her on our screens right now, allegedly had some type of an affair. Okay, so this is part 5 of Rachel dropping the tea through her lyrics. So let me share this with you guys. Like I said, the song itself, it's okay. The singing, no. I mean, Rachel, please stick to your day job. But the lyrics itself.
Once upon a time, there was a boy insincere who thought he could ruin my name. Hold my beer. I had no idea when I walked through that door that you tainted that mattress just 4 months before. There is something scary about how well you lie. Sociopathic by day and pure dirtbag by night. Telling people that I ended us in text when you refuse to call me. A week goes by and next you post on social media saying that it's over. The pity party then begins, all for your exposure. I only spiraled from there when I heard the shit you said. I'm tired of staying quiet, bitch, you made your own bed. No lie in it, peasant, how you did before. When you fucked all the women, then I went back for more. You know what makes me sick is you're the only man I trusted. With every fiber of my being just to leave me disgusted. I'm going through the motions and right now, yeah, I'm pissed. The money I spent, the years of my life that I missed. Why am I so angry? Oh, it's worse than it appears. I've been holding back forever, keeping it in for years. You're a pathological liar who sells himself on trust, who says that he is honest when in fact you're just corrupt. Since I'm spitting facts, know what else I think is funny? You'll call your sister a cunt, but you'll still take her money, then ask me to pay her back while I pay it for the visa. And you tell people you pay my bills, bitch, you got amnesia. No wonder your daddy wants nothing to do with you. Did that sting? Fucking! You claim I broke your heart and made me out to be the villain, while in the same breath, you're there fucking other women. You can work out, try looking Boy, there ain't one reason to think these women care to see your subpar nether region. Pull yourself together, boy, your plan was a fail. It's only a matter of time before someone puts you in jail. No one wants to see you splooge on camera, you prick. Although I love all receipts, that one made me sick. Good riddance to you fine, sir, you giant waste of time. I put my life on hold for 7 years and said goodbye to my promise. There's something I won't do again, believe me, it's this. Sit quiet when I should speak up against a little bitch.
Do you think she's a little angry? Just a little bit. I mean, I'm glad that she found an outlet for her anger because then we get the tea on what really happened. John hasn't really said anything, at least nothing that I've heard. He's not very active on IG. From what I understand, he's on Facebook more. But yeah, she has been ripping him from sea to shining sea. Finally, now that her divorce is final, she's like, okay, motherfucker, I am gone of you legally. Now it's time for me to air out all my dirty laundry and all the bad shit you've done to me. So, this is part 5. I will let you know if more parts come out, but like I said, the song is kind of a bop. You know, you could do a little dance to it. The vocals, not the best. Okay, Rachel, please stick with your day job. But hey, if you want to keep producing these songs for us, having AI do it for you, for us, I'm all for it because this is where we're getting the tea from. Okay, D man, I agree. At least she's better than Usman. Yep, I totally agree with that. Now, Nicole, it is so nice to see you, actually, you on your social media lately. Instead of clickbait articles about cast members that died and May dying and Azan dying it's nice to see you on your social media. She's visiting her brother with her daughter May. May has gotten so big. And let me just share some clips that she put up to her story of them having fun in the pool. Like I said, it's nice to see you, Nicole.
Huh? Just don't jump on the dog. Come on, go, go, go. You got this. Same thing as our house. Oh.
I did.
And then we get to see Nicole herself. So, like I said, it is really good to see you, Nicole, on your social media and not some stupid clickbait articles. Just saying. Before I let you guys go, just a couple of miscellaneous updates. Kenny pays tribute to Truffles. Okay. Happy anniversary in heaven, Truffles. Actually, happy birthday. 21 years old. And we have Kalani's adorable daughter who celebrated her first birthday. We have Thais. Thank goodness she's not on Happily Ever After. Basically, Elise put slime on poor Theo the dog. I hope she got it out of his fur. And we have Dempsey. She's looking pretty as usual. And then we have Isabel, who was with Gabe on the other way a couple of seasons ago. And I just want to know what kind of ignorant question is this? You like real men yet? And she says, I've always liked men. What makes you think I don't like them? The point is to find one who's good. Now, I'm going to share a little secret with you guys. I've been talking with her through the DMs about doing an interview, but her English is not really good. My Spanish is non existent. So I'm trying to figure out the logistics of it, but hopefully I'll be able to sit down with her and interview her because I don't know if you guys remember Gabe He actually accused her of a lot of fucked up things, stealing from him, cheating on him, etc. So I've been wanting to hear her side of the story of what happened between her and Gabe. But like I said, logistics and non existent Spanish on my part, but I will figure it out. So moving on, Nikki also receives a lot of hate online, and I don't want to be a bitch, but karma is a bitch sometimes. And we have Submit and Jenny. And Jenny sounds like me. She'll rather do more walking because it's air conditioned. And we have Stephanie and um Savory went to go visit her long lost relatives, her long lost German relatives, actually. And it was pretty cool. I mean, it was a pretty long reel. I'm not going to share it with you guys. It's just basically her going to Germany and meeting like a long lost uncle and long lost cousin. But it was pretty cool. Miguel Miguel Manuel. Oh my god, I keep messing up his name. Manuel is making empanadas for Ashley. We have Natalie drinking and eating, and Paul with a public service announcement. Okay. Just a reminder to anyone in a relationship with a Brazilian, they celebrate Valentine's Day on June 12th, not February 14th. Thank you for the public service announcement, Paul. Moving on, we have Stephanie and her dog. I didn't realize I put her in here twice. Jenny and Submit, I put in twice. Can you tell I was a little tired putting these together? And we have the new besties, Liz and Kim. I mean, they look like besties for life on Pillow Talk. Let's see how long this friendship lasts. So, guys, before I let you go, I'm going to close out with a story from Angela Deem herself. Never argue with a liar. You can't win because they believe their own lies. Ain't that the fucking truth, Angela? And that applies to a lot of other people I have been dealing with in these past couple of weeks. They either have their heads up their asses, they believe in their own lies, or they are on the delusional train going so fast, I can't save them. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you, everybody, in my live chat. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Like I said, if you haven't checked out my live recap for Hunt for Love episode 2 with Kelly, please do. Really interesting. Lots of tea going on in the comments. And that's basically it. Please subscribe. Double check that you are subscribed. Like, comment, and please consider joining my membership. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next time. Good night.